Now that the 8 robot masters have been defeated, it is time to take down the traitor, Dr. Wily. And yes, my ears did not need that at all. Unlike the other games, we don't get a picture of his skull castle slash fortress, which is a shame. But to show you how difficult the Wily levels are going to be, they start with not 1, not 2, but 3 big eye enemies. Thankfully, by this point, you do have the eye slashers, so freeze them when they do their high jump. And run, run, run. Now you can use the Thunder Beam or the Super Arm to take out the blocks, whatever takes your fancy. Eye Slasher to stop these flame sticks. If you're lucky, you can get the first 2 in one shot, low enough to where you don't have to go through all that mess with the Magnet Beam like I just did. And this castle theme is actually pretty good, but it would be far, far eclipsed by the theme in the second game. I think that's a pretty general consensus. You can get that energy capsule if you want, but you need the Magnet Beam and the Super Arm slash Magnet Beam, Thunder Beam. Why do I keep calling it Light Beam? For this part, you want to be very careful not to die. Take 2. Like I said, you want to be careful not to die. And much like in Iceman's level, here you want to use the Magnet Beam. You don't even want to screw with the eyeball platforms. And up here, you need the Magnet Beam. So if you did not get it, get a game over and go back to the Lightman stage so you can get it and so you can get through this level. And if you run out of Magnet Beam ammo, like I just gracefully did, come back here and the weapon capsules will respawn, rinse, and repeat. It looks like I'm going to have to make several trips before my ammo is to the level where it needs to be. I think one more should do it. Maybe not. Yeah, what makes this part hard is that Mega Man is not the best jumper in the world. He's certainly not a Mario brother. And now it's time to face the infamous Yellow Devil, who really is not nearly as difficult as his reputation perceives him to be. I mean, for crying out loud, this isn't even the most difficult variation of this boss. Off the top of my head, the Mega Man X5, the Mega Man 9, the Mega Man 10 versions all are more difficult than this pushover. The trick is getting through the first formation, because that's going to be the hardest one since you can't see what's coming. That's part of the trick to beating this guy, and the other part is right here. No, not right there. Hey, never mind. Anyway, as I was saying, the trick is the first formation in that part, where 2 low pieces come very consecutively. If you can overcome those 2 obstacles, then this guy should not be a problem at all. However, having said that, even after all these years of playing this game, this fight is still a major adrenaline rush. So it's obviously doing something right. And I've come this far in the game and I haven't even mentioned the pause trick yet. I haven't mentioned it because I don't use it. even for this guy. See, I can beat him legit. Alright, enough of that. Next victim. The next stage can be big pain, mainly because of the first section where these guys, they're not very forgiving and they can and will knock you into the pit and cause a lot of headache and a lot of swearing. Now we have the first Robot Master rematch, this time against Cutman. Firestorm works pretty well against him, but I just like using the arm cannon because it pushes him back and it makes me feel big. Now that that's over with, we whip out Thunderbeam and take care of these nuisances and get our 2 droplets of health back. Basically, for the rest of the game, stage-wise, Thunderbeam is going to be your best friend. Speaking of which, here's the holder of it. See how much damage that did to me? Yeah, that's why you don't want to get hit by him. That's why you don't want to get hit by Lechman's Thunderbeam. Now, unlike in Bombman's level, this time you don't have a wall to protect you from these guys. So what you want to do is you want to let them show up, back up, and then run full speed ahead before he shows up again. And yes, I will take that one up. Magnet Beam. Now Thunder Beam, basically for the rest of the level. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this boss fight, and I'm gonna lose it royally. Because this fight is actually the hardest fight in the game. As indicated by the flashing screen. Cloning machine shows up, and you're fighting yourself, and I have the most dangerous weapon equipped, so that's not good, since I just died. I wish I had a track for how many times I've said, since I just died in this game. For the longest time, this boss gave me trouble because I liked to fight him with regular arm cannon, which that's not what you want to do. You want the Firestorm. It will make life much, much easier when fighting this guy. And your strategy is go to the corner and fire away. One good thing about Firestorm here is that the shield that forms will keep him off of you, the clone off of you. Kind of. But eventually he backs away from you, so that's when you want to start firing full tilt, but don't leave your corner, and you will prevail. Alright, 2 stages to go. This stage is short and sweet. You want the Thunder Beam for the entire stage, except for the boss fight. Thunder Beam fries all, Thunder Beam is awesome. It was the Metal Blade before Metal Blade was even a thought. And I'm throwing a random Hyper Bomb, just to show you how useless it is. Yes, let me fire a bomb that takes 18 seconds to explode. That's practical. And this water rush will scroll you. When there's a big pause, the bullet bills are going to be coming, so you want to be cautious when you fire, so you don't get exploded. And or you can just do like I'm doing right now, jump over them and dodge their Medusa head-esque pattern. This boss fight is pretty easy. Do not equip the super arm like I just did. For the first 3 bubbles, use the arm cannon. Since they progressively get faster, you want to save the blocks for the last 4. There are 7 total, so like I said, the first 3 use the regular arm cannon, the last 4 grab a block, chuck it. And that, as they say, is that.